Welcome back to our Mummy Fighter of Quaz, where we last left off. We had just finished Vaults 4. We had sidestepped Elf for that time being because of a lack of will. We got an additional will pip. Let's take a look. I believe it was from a Ring of Willpower. So that gave us at least a base of 2, and now that we're done Vaults up to 4, I feel confident that we can at least attempt early Elf and go from there. We have some places where we can improve. We're training away as we see it. We got some good resources for what we can use as a mummy. And we're just going to carry on. And so let's move into our Elf 1. Remember, we are Quaz, and so it's all about stair dancing and safe play. You don't want to leave the stairs and get caught. Our biggest fear right now is being banished, because that's a common thing in Elf, as well as the fact that we are Quaz, and while we are powerful, Abyss plus Quaz can be a little tedious. And we have a Luis. I think I may actually... Let's see. I'm going to pull back. Yeah, I'm going to... Okay, so now we have some space. Luis can banish. So I'm going to hopefully give me some space between that banishment. And I want to get some space here so I can summon some dudes to help me if I need to. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, I didn't really get much here. I'm gonna go up and then new elementals. Back away. Go behind them. Don't let them banish me. New elementals. Yeah, cool. So for basically almost no piety, I was able to summon all those dudes. I mean, it's piety, but I'm a mummy. I have a built-in faith amulet. I didn't even lose any of my pips of will. Of, not of will, of my Quaz. The good news is I have repulsion, so all the archer types of elves are pretty weak to me. And I believe there's some element of reflection repulsion with regards to bolt-based attacks of magic. And so that might be to my benefit as well. A little bit too much action here. I'm probably going to pull back here. Let's put it in int in case I get something that needs me to drop my int to get a better item. Okay, I'm going to pull back here. Ooh, a triple sword. You don't see those too often. And you never... I honestly don't think I've ever used a triple sword. Honestly, I probably haven't even used a double sword. Because it's so rare to be using swords, long swords, over anything else. And then also seeing them. So we're on Elf 2 now. Here's all our downs, so they're all here. Well, that was pretty quick. Now, this is a particularly large weapons vault, whatever you want to call that. I don't need to use anything in there. Actually, I should clean this up. I'm never going to use the spear. To be honest, I'm never going to use that hand cannon, but I'll keep it for now. Alright, so this is the tedious part. Elf 3. Ooh. Our hope is that we quickly learn where our final vault is, which I believe is just north of us, and we leash things out in a paced manner without dying. Oh, I'm on fire. What? I don't know if that's our vault anymore, because either that or our Elven vault is... Yeah, this is not our vault. This is just a specialty entrance. Because I was saying, like, these tile sets suggest specialty, and, you know, the final of Elven has specialty tiles. So we got to be careful. The point is we don't want to, like, we're Qaz, we're calling everybody on the floor towards us. We don't want all those elves active all at once, all on us at the stair. Although it is better to spread them out. You don't want them all just on you rather than all just in where the elves go. Or come from, that is. Okay, so it's up there. Like, you can see the tiles there. Let's back it up. All right, so we now know the top right is our finale, so we're a little bit more free this way. Now, there might be more than one entrance. Gotta be careful about that. I don't think I'll ever need this ring. Would be cool if we could get another will pip somehow. And whatever. Nothing there. Alright, so there isn't an additional entrance up there as we might have perhaps found. Alright. That's all done. Okay, so it's simply put to the left. So we're going to be doing a lot of... edge work here. What I might do, yeah, I found this alarm here. I'll pop it, mark myself. Head over here into here and really leash them out. Get them all up in here. Maybe make some movement on the floor. Let's read a noise scroll. Sure. It's barely better than what we're our natural noise, so it's not going to do much. Yikes, we got banished. So we're on Abyss 3 and the rune is right there. Okay, this is happening. We have a regen on our body, I believe, so like, at least we have that. But remember, we're Qaz. We have the destruction. Okay, the entrance is on the south side. So this looks like it's a bee hive of activity here. But probably a pretty approachable rune, to be honest. I mean, all things considered, this is not too bad. So we were gifted, I suppose, a rune. And so now our goal is to find our exit. We're killing things pretty heavily here. So yeah, I was just going to say we'll probably get an exit right about now. And we don't have any permanent mutations. So thank you, Elf, for giving us our third rune. I wasn't sure what I would be doing today. Quaz, you can 15 rune, so I could have done basically anything. But we got served our abyss, and we took our abyss. Very cool. As you can see, like, abyss was barely a dent in our armor. Like, I barely did anything. I just kind of tabbed my way through to the rune. Now, we did get a very favorable rune location. Not just where it spawned, but, like, I think you can all agree that the guardians of that rune were not scary. So I'll take it. Oh, okay, so this wasn't... Okay, our Elf 3 was just larger, and the door happened to be the only way over. Like, the front door-ish. So we were not penetrating into Elf 3 final vault. This is the final vault, upwards. I was wondering, because I was seeing not enough action calling our way. Particularly as Quaz, it's like, I'm pretty sure I should be calling way more elves here. Although, I'm not getting any action here. Is this just a really empty elf? I mean, it must have been Quaz, but I don't remember killing that many elves in the standard pull away from the center. Unless, oh no, we're near the north part of it, so this was a weird elf. And like, there's no items so far, so is this like a big, like, are there like a million elves in these holes? No. There's a few. Weird. Okay. I'll just kind of walk over things and see what happens. Ring of Ice, not really relevant. Lightning rods. I'll drop the Ring of Ice. I don't need that. I don't need that. We have all the rings we'd ever want. Be cool if we get a second will, as I talked about. I don't need to pick up any protection from colds. Not relevant. Not relevant. So weird. Okay. Apparently that was our Elf 3. So while we didn't find really any value in terms of items in Elf, we found our gate. Oh, Helmet of Sea Invis. That's nice. Deal. So I will enchant this up. So now we have Sea Invis built in. I can drop Sea Invis. Let's go back to looking at what we have here. Nothing much. No shields. So we got a helmet of Sea Invis, but more importantly, we got our quick access to an easy Abyss rune. As one plans out. Oh, here we go. We got a... Well, it's a... okay. Well, we'll put on this as a default. We don't need to pick up any will rings anymore. We do technically have 2 now. Yeah. This one has built-in Sea Invis. If I had a better helmet, I would obviously swap to a different helmet now that I see that. But I don't, so whatever. All good. Anything to buy before we dive into depths? I don't need that neck anymore. I may buy these wands pretty soon, if not immediately. I'll never buy eye. I might see what that glowing scarf is. Maybe it's a scarf of will. I don't need to identify, and I'll travel. Let's just go buy what we can buy, because at this point, it's sometimes you get a store in depths, but you don't plan on it. So let's just buy what we can. I don't need to buy the torment though. I don't need the enchant. Let's check out the scarf of resistance. Okay. All right. So what I think I do now is I put on this scarf. I take off the ring of whatever and put on a ring of will, because our Elec comes from our god. We now have our fire, our cold. We have 4 pips of will now. Although we have 4 pips of will now. Oh, because I dropped and gained, so it's like I have a choice between 2 or 4. So, our Elec, is it that important? For a first hit. Would I rather have will and... Yeah. I think I'll start with this, and if I feel any badness about this, I will... I'll swap around. Okay. So now we're heading into depths. Go... Capital U depths. This is going to be a tedious part. The first level of depths is always annoying when you have to stair dance it out. So we'll take it slow. Of course. What else would I do? Alright. Leash him in. The goal is to stay on the stair until things are dead. Don't like pop up too early, because it's the first stair. You can't like swap and get them off a stair and kind of swap and swap and swap. You really want to make it happen. Now, as we saw... oh, I did want to buy the digging. Okay. Sorry, I'll go get that before I forget. Okay, go, U, 0. As you saw here, we only have 4 revelation scrolls, which means we... wait 1 second. Kite Shield of Resistance. Oh, we just got that. Reflect versus Resistance. Interesting. I will pick that up. I'm not going to initially put it on, perhaps, because the reflect is okay. Yeah, interesting. Oh, so yeah, we only have 4 rev scrolls, so we have to be careful. We're doing depths blind, and we're down 1 for Zot. So that is, notable. Hopefully we get some Rev scrolls along the way and at least cover our Zod up. We'll have to see, though. Ooh, okay, I really want to just nuke this upheaval. I cannot be mutated. Manual of armor. We don't have the gold, but hey, if we do, and there's nothing to buy, well, we'll buy that. Whatever. Ooh, some store. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, all right. Thanks, Zom. I think I disaster area this immediately. Thankfully, nothing is close enough to engage me. And I have an upstairs. This was depths 2. So, could have been a lot worse. Good old Zom. Kite Shield of Positive. Oh, that I'll never use that. Gloves of Dex. I think I already... Oh, yeah, I have the Dex reposts. Another helmet. That helmet translates into just getting a +1 for 300 gold. No thanks. I might buy the Gels, but I do have 2 already. Cool. Alright, let's go back to our... our Zom trolling. You see, the reflect itself killed the Lich from his own attack. Okay, I'm going to pull back here. Okay, we just got some Fire Dragon scales. Wow, our inventory is full. Okay, we're going to drop some stuff that we will never use. Oh, we picked up some... No, we didn't. What do we want to drop? I'll never need to use noise because obvious reasons. I am louder naturally, even without them. I'm going to pick up these Fire Dragon scales. We're going to go find our trove. We're going to come here, just open up the air. I'm going to enchant Z times 3. There you go. I'm going to drop a bunch of stuff. Let's just drop all our scrolls. Always make sure to drop a bunch of bag space before you enter your trove, because if you go in there and your bags are full and you want to pick up a bunch of stuff, you're screwed. So let's do that. So wish me luck. Hey, boots. We can use boots. Cloaks. We can use cloaks. So there's a potential shields. We can use shields. This is looking to be a really solid trove, and we haven't even seen anything. Okay, so let's see. Poison cloak, poison, shadows, resistance. We already have a cloak of resistance, so none of that was good. That's fine. Now we have the gloves of repost, so I doubt these are going to be better. Infusion uses magic, not today. Strength is nice. Probably not going to replace it, but I'll pick it up. Okay, shield. Tower shield reflection. There's our upgrade. Same thing. Whatever. So that's already an upgrade. Our shields are, you know, good, well trained. All right. Okay. Helmets. Here's what we're hoping for, some good stuff, because our helmet of invis does nothing when we have this will ring on. Rampage, Dex, Slay. Not too bad. I don't love the Rampage, but I'll have to be careful. Willpower hat, See Invis, Intelligence. Okay. I mean, I think I'm going to default to the... Actually, if I put the will hat on, I can then afford the will to put the ring of cold on in the will's place. Anyway, we've got some boots to inspect. Our boot slot is boring, +2, so literally anything of anything is good. Stealth is not, I mean, it is what it is. MP and strength, corrode. I don't love the corrode part. The MP and strength is nice, so I'll pick it up. Stealth not relevant. Okay. So this was a really nice trove. I'm happy with backing out here. All right, let's make sense of this. I could either put these to get the +2 slay. The rampage isn't relevant to me. The dex isn't relevant to me. So I would rather have will than slay 2, and the rampage isn't relevant. So I'm going to put on this awesome willpower hat. I'm going to enchant armor the hat. I'm going to put on... Already got the tower shield on. I'll drop kite shield reflect and resistance. Well, I'll keep the resistance for now. I'll drop the helmet of that. I'm never going to put this chainmail on. The cloak we'll maintain for now. I'm just going to pick all this up. Cool. So now we're looking at the ring. So now we have all this will that we can get rid of. I'm okay with taking it down to 3. Now I get my elect built in, and my cold, and some EV. And then I can put on the new boots. If I want to, MP and strength. That's a tough one. I'm not going to use these gloves. Riposte is nice enough. Not going to use this helmet. I doubt I'm going to ever use this chainmail, but I'll keep it in my inventory. Now the question left is, do I use these boots? MP +7, which is good for our guardian spirit and the strength. Would I rather have that versus 2 AC and the unfortunate corrode element of it? Honestly, it feels boring, but I think I'm going to drop these boots and not do that. And so now it's like, do I want core on a cloak over resistance? No, I would never swap to that, especially since we're not doing slime anymore. Cool. And so now we have usable will, good resistances, RLAC built in, some EV. I still might just use, like, I don't know, protection from fire. The cold equals out. We get our will back. Our elect doesn't matter. Is it better just to do this? That might just be better. Yeah. Okay, we'll default to that. Okay, so let's now go back to our depths. Was it depths 1 or 2, something like that? We were in the midst of 2. So now we have a very balanced approach here. Ooh, that can be a little risky, but we were able to handle it. It kind of teleports you around the map. I've been marked. Ooh, what's this? R fire, RC down. Will plus regen MP. Oh, that's so good. Is it worth, though? Is it worth? It would upset the balance of our R fire. We already have 4 pips of will. We would be trading regen for a Guardian Spirit for regen. The MP doesn't matter if we're not Guardian. So that would normally be an amazing necklace. I don't think it's for us today. It's good to note, though, that if we need it to mix and match, we can do it. And, like, look, I just got fire plus plus. So it's like... it reacts with the fire plus, and so it's like even getting that happening to me is fun. I guess I picked it up. Oh, there was another ring. Let's see. Strength, slay, whiz, fly. I'm not casting anything. That's cool. Slay and strength, cool, and fly. I'll keep it because it's flying, I guess. Whatever. But I can drop this. All right, depths 3. Remember, we're stair dancing. I know we've just gotten a bunch of power and we're all feeling strong, but you've got to stay on the stair. Our rev scrolls are still at 4, so we haven't really built towards that at all. If I was desperate, I could upheaval, but I'm okay. Okay, heavy broadaxe. I'll pick it up just because it's now our officially our best secondary broadaxe. Not that we would use it, but it's like gaining, you know, additional enchant weapons. We got a lot of action here. I'm gonna pull a little back. I was hoping to get some more of the clouds, just to summon and deal with it like this. Like, I'll do that now and then I'll re-engage just to help along. I'm gonna do it again and we'll reset. Shrikes. I got enough elemental action around me that I can probably just save the piety and do that. Let's do it again. Never force it if you can save the piety. I mean, it's boring, but you want to be exploding the whole world with your disaster area, but you do want to make sure you're saving your piety for the real deal if it ever happens. Like when you get ported by Zom out of nowhere. Okay, depths 4. Now here's a stair dance and a half. Soja Bow, Jory. I'm going to get what I can up. There you go. Just split it up. We don't want to go to Pan. Oh, this is one of those big cross maps where everything's all in the air. I'm gonna get Sojibo up. Cool. All good. I could disaster area, I suppose. I'd rather just stair dance it. I'll disaster area now. Okay, I think I do a blink at this point. I don't love having to blink. I'm gonna teleport. Okay, so that was pretty scary. It's unfortunate we have so few blinks. So now we're down to 1 blink. So we really have to play it safe and stick to our stairs. Sometimes you don't get good item sets or consumables based on your situation. I'm constricted. I will disaster area. Let's pull up. I will elemental. I'm gonna pull up. Ooh, when you get served a really tough entrance, it's like, ooh. The good news, once again, we talked about what benefits Quaz has for Zot. Once again, we have a benefit. The Draconians love their cloud attacks, and we're immune to clouds. So, another reason why, actually, even though you're going to be calling the whole floor all the time in Zot, it's not as bad for Quaz. It is bad, but it's not as bad. I hate the teleport, guys. Alright, here's the murderous ending here of Depths. It took one of our 2 blink scrolls, and it actually hit our piety a little bit, which is unfair. Anyway, we do have flight, so if something wacky happens when we're trying to escape here, we could fly out around the rim or something, but I don't think there's anything to explore. I can put this on just to know. Look, boom, that's what it looks like. So I had fire on, I think. All right, so where are we at here? We are just about to enter in our Zot. Still didn't get a blinking, so we have our 1. We still didn't get an additional rev, so we're at what we're at. I'm gonna stair dance as much as I can here. Let's disaster area. I'm gonna reset. The teleport guy was a little scary. I just want him dead. Die, my friend. Cool. So we've been introduced to Zot. We got to be very careful not to pull too much. We only have one stair that's usable right now. And we're going to save our Rev Scroll. To be honest, I could have used it here because Zot 5 Rev Scroll is a little bit less relevant for me because everything will be running anyways. But I suppose it would be smart for me to know as much as I can of the worst of the floors. So, although, to be honest, Zot 1 is probably the worst of the Zots after Zot 5, but whatever. We already kind of did it already. I'm sure there's still more surprises around the corner, but I'll say that again. Can they open doors? I don't think they can open doors. So if they can't open doors, we'll do this very slowly. Hopefully there's no downs in there. Although I think all my downs are right beside my entrance. Or no, those are all one-ways. Oh, there's at least one near me, so that'll be convenient. Let's summon some guys. Not gonna lie, that was a little bit more damage than I would expect from some frogs, but whatever. Alright, so Zot 1 done. With the exception of... Oh, it looks... I think all our downs are in that little chamber there. So what I might do is I'll clear Zot 2, and then I'll be careful for now. And then pop up to kill them. Although this is a lot of stuff here. I may actually just clear it now. That's tough. Yeah, I think I might have to just clear it now. To get my ups. What's my best engage? I suppose it's this. Alright, well, we did it. It's all good. Whatever. Yeah, the option of having the stairs is way more important than to risk trying to force that one down. The exponential value of getting more than one down to like juggle people around the map is so much more valuable than, you know, whatever I would have done otherwise. Okay. Mm. Yeah, like I said earlier on the game, it's like, yeah, Zot might be annoying at first up front, but then it's like you finish the initial clear, and then it's like, boom, there's nothing left on the floor. Now, of course, doors and things will interact with the mobility of various non-humanoids, or ones that can't use doors specifically. But it's like, okay. If you curve it like this, less people, like if there's any casters back there, they can't really interact with me unless they're like immediately in front. Yep, so all the ups or downs are all here. It's a little like ogre party or something. Yeah. Cool. But they provided me with a really nice little kill path here. So all good. What's my training, by the way? Yeah, we kind of settled out that axe because of that book we got, and then we just ignored our training from that point on. All right, cool. So we just about finished the floor. Cool. Nothing to grab. Let's forget the floor just because, you know, sometimes. Cool. And we did already clear the up, so that's good. Now, this, of course, is an annoying little, like, adventure when we're trying to run away. What I might do is I might just make a... do this. Digging. We just bought a bunch of digging. I'll probably clean up my run back before I even do the run, but you have to have a really efficient run back as Quaz because you interact the whole floor immediately. I'm gonna rev while we wait here. Let's pull back. I'll split this up. Golden Dragon Scales. I don't need that, but there it is. Okay, so all our other ups and downs are all together in like open territory land. That would have been pretty dangerous kind of introductory to the floor. This isn't too safe either, this big long path, but we'll poke our head in. Use the rim. We got a toe. Go right in there. Just trying to reconnect to the stair. I'm gonna summon some dudes to help me along here. Get out of here. That's a little bit much. I think I'm gonna have to use the blink here. I don't want to risk dying. I'm going to put on the Arlek ring. And get out of there. There's a scenario where I survive that whatchamacallit? That scenario. I'll keep the Arlek on, but now I'm down to no blinks, so this is getting a little too tight for my liking. Not fun per se. So we're going to get into super defensive mode now. Apologies if this gets real slow, but I can't risk now with no blinks taking chances that are not necessary. So we got a rev. I mean, we're at the point where we don't want revs anymore. We want blinks. Give me blinks. It feels like we're just about cleared here. Yep. Okay. Good, good, good. I maybe could have feared the Draconian. Like, I do have 3 fears. I suppose that's probably was supposed to be the choice. Okay, down. Okay, I was kind of playing with my luck there. Let's rev. It's a pretty open situation here. He's awake. Let's get a few of the Draconians. I don't want to get locked here, so we'll do a different one. Break out of this. Take what I can. Okay, so this is a pretty open floor, so I suspect we're going to be doing a pretty tedious job here. Okay. We got one down connected. All right, so we got one corner of this map accounted for. Let's pull back. Keep pulling back. It's a little much. At least we're spreading them out. From that initial downward. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go back to the other stair, because hopefully some of those were pulled from there. And we kind of bounce back and forth, grab what we can. Okay, get a few up. Few up. You don't need to go up if it's like a controllable time, but you got to just make the correct decision on a case by case. So I'm not saying we're fully done the floor yet, but you know, you can imagine that we've attracted quite a lot of the presence by this point. Maybe the top and center top is not yet, but a lot has been done. A lot of work. These are very unfavorable positions though for our downs. Like there's one that's nice, but these ones are not nice. Or this one at least. Okay, so that's cleared. And so now we just have this mysterious middle. I will clear it because you never know what happens, but... Lots of dragons, it feels like. Lots of dragons. Dragons and berserker moths and lockdownables. It appears. Okay. They got a warper, or wormhole, I guess is what they're called. Okay, okay. Working our way through. Maybe this is Tiamat. I doubt it, but we would have seen Tiamat if by now if it was, but oh, another worm hole. Lots of dragons of all types. So this is the dragon treasure trove, I suppose. I'm actually surprised there is no Tiamat. There it is. There's our Tiamat. I'm pretty sure this is Tiamat. I'm gonna back away for stair dancing purposes and not to engage anything else. But now I've got so many of these, we're gonna engage. Should be fairly manageable now. And we got a really cool cloak. We were already using a resistance cloak, so this just adds to it. Now, it's funny, this is actually... it's like the Quaz resistance swing, but doubled now. I wonder if it stacks. Because it's unreliable. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to use it, because at least we get guaranteed resistance. The +4 part of it is cool, but it's like, I do kind of want to make sure my resistances are okay. But maybe we get some good scrolls in here, because this is a treasure trove. I don't know why I'm manually doing all these ones. Oh, I guess I still have to care about creatures. Stormbow. A little late for someone to get something like that, but all right. Cool. Ring of protection. It's weird that that's my first ring of protection. We don't need that. We don't need this. All right. Well, that's done. Okay. So there goes our D4. We might go long on this video because I doubt we want to... well, Zot 5 might take a while. So what I'll do is we'll call this episode here. We are just entering Zot 5. We've dealt with a very tediously slow Zot scenario as well as depths because of our lack of some resources. You don't have potions as a mummy, so that's a little tough. But we've managed. We don't have any blinks anymore, so that's a little bit notable. We've got insane armor, insane resistances. We've done all that we've wanted to. We've got our pips of Quaz maxed out and prepped for Zot 5. In this episode, what did we start off? I think we started off in vaults, I think. And we decided to do... Or no, did we finish on vaults last one? So we started on Elven. And then, ironically, we got ported, banished to our Abyss Rune pretty conveniently, with a pretty convenient and easy kind of vault experience there. And then we cleared through depths, and we cleared through Zot 1 through 4. And so next time we're just going to tackle Zot 5 and run it out. So stick with me, and I'll see you next time. And hopefully a pretty darn short video, because this shouldn't take too long, but we'll see. So see you in a bit.